What's up, everybody? The Iceman here on the Iceman V2013 YouTube channel. Been a couple weeks without a video. It's April 26th. This past Saturday, Rebellion in Poughkeepsie, New York. Matt and I and a friend attended the show. It was a good show. I will say this: the one match that I thought could have been so much better than what it was the 8-team tag team tournament. They did have some surprises. I was surprised the Briscoes weren't there, but we did see Jordan Grace come out with W. Morrissey. We saw the major players, Matt Cardona and Brian Myers, come out with Chelsea Green. We saw Heath and Rhino. What to me, I wanted to see it be Honor No More, Mike Bennett and Matt Taven go against VDB in the final tag team matchup. What they did was having Heath and Rhino end up being one of the last two tag teams, obviously facing VDB for the Impact's World Tag Team title. I get this. Let's face it, Honor No More probably is no longer in Impact. We'll have to wait and see. I know they offered Maria Kanellis a contract extension. Whether or not they agree to it, we'll have to wait and see. We'll find out this Thursday on Impact Wrestling because there are 2 weeks of tapings in Poughkeepsie, New York. So, but with all that being said, we did see a new Impact World Heavyweight Champion in Josh Alexander. This has been going on since Bound for Glory of last year. I think it was the right thing to do. All the wrestling sources and sites gave this match an A+, and it was a good feeling for everybody in the arena when they left on Saturday night around 11 p.m. Eastern Time that we did get a new Impact World Champion. A lot of people are saying that Moose wasn't the best champion, but all in all, you got to understand Impact. There's only so many people. And since January at Hard to Kill, they brought in Honor No More from Ring of Honor. They've had Jonathan Gresham on. And that was a thing, too. They moved Gresham and Eddie Edwards, because Gresham did not show. And a lot of that had to do with Tony Khan not wanting his Ring of Honor champion to appear on an Impact pay-per-view. I thought that was pretty petty by Tony Khan, considering that Impact Wrestling and their relationship a year or so earlier, AEW dominated with Kenny Omega, taking over Impact. So it was petty of Tony Khan. I think he hurts wrestling in a lot of ways. And, it is what it is. And if you go over the last number of years, there was a statement made by Josh Alexander last week that he said he's tired of people coming to Impact using them as a stepping stone to go on to other promotions. And I've talked about this with a lot of other people. I've talked about this with my nephew, Matt, who attended the show with me. And I said to him, Alexander hit it right on the head, because guys come to Impact. Impact goes out of their way. And a lot of these are guys that weren't wanted no more. Impact made them into bigger stars. And once they made them big, the promotions that didn't want them no more wanted them back. And of course, let's face it, AEW and WWE has a lot more money to offer these guys. And we saw it a few years ago when the North, Ethan Page and Josh Alexander, were tag team champions for a very long time. And if you notice then, the mouthpiece of the North was Ethan Page. And Ethan and Josh, their time came to the point where there wasn't much for them to do. Ethan got offered more money from AEW, so he flew the coop, so to speak. He went to AEW, and in my eyes, it hurt him. Yeah, he's making more money financially, but what kind of exposure does this guy get? Where is he going in AEW? He's just another man on the roster that probably won't go nowhere. Whereas when he left, Impact propelled Josh Alexander right to the very top. And look at him now. He is the face of Impact Wrestling. So, you gotta pick your poison. Do you want to make a lot more money? Or do you want to be established in the world of professional wrestling? Maybe someday Josh will leave Impact Wrestling, but he said for right now he signed a 3-year contract. He's happy, and he's one of those guys that is not using Impact as a stepping stone, which we've seen many times in the past, because Impact in recent years propelled Drew Galloway, who is Drew McIntyre, again in the WWE. They propelled Bobby Lashley, who is a lot bigger now in the WWE. AJ Styles was a long-time roster guy for Impact Wrestling, but in his case, it was a little different. It was about, well, actually, it wasn't real different, because he left because he didn't get the money that he wanted in Impact Wrestling. So he eventually went to WWE, and in reality, he is one of those stars that left Impact that got bigger in WWE. But, Alexander hit it right. Too many people come to Impact, they get pushed, and then other promotions just sort of want them again, and they leave for the bigger bucks. And I get it. You're trying to make a living, but do I agree with it all the time? No, I don't. I really, really don't. And for Tony Khan to do what he did with Jonathan Gresham, I thought that was sort of like sour in my eyes. But anyway, Rebellion still was a good pay-per-view. I got to see Jay White, which he's one of my favorite wrestlers, and right now he is like a free agent. He'll just go from promotion to promotion to promotion. Whether or not he'd go to the WWE remains to be seen. I think the WWE can make him very big if he did go there, but I don't think he wants to be tied down with that, the way they do their contracts, which don't allow you to do anything else. And Jay White's the type of guy that he's very diverse. He wants to go everywhere. And I get that. I totally get that. Now, switching gears for a real quick second. As we all know, CM Punk's looking to face the AEW World Champion. Right now, it's obviously Hangman Page, who, when AEW first started, he was one of the guys that jumped ship with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and Cody Rhodes and came and helped form AEW. But if Punk beats Hangman, if they do have a match in Double or Nothing, or if they do wait for All Out in Chicago, Where does he go from there? I think, the WWE wanted him before AEW was established. I think Hangman could be a bigger star in the WWE. Would I like to see him leave AEW because he is one of my favorites in AEW? No. But I would love it if he went to the WWE because he could be right up there with the Cody Rhodes, the Seth Rollins, the Roman Reigns, the Lashleys. Hangman could be huge in WWE, and I think they can make him bigger than what he's ever been. Because let's face it, in Ring of Honor, he really didn't go anywhere. And until AEW, when he won the tag titles with Kenny Omega, and then finally get to face Omega and beat Kenny for the AEW World title, Hangman was just a household name. And that was it. But, I don't know. But anyway, if you didn't get to watch Rebellion, watch it. There was a lot of good matches on the show. What is going to happen this week on Impact Wrestling, I don't know. Because if Honor No More is no longer there and the Jay Whites of the world is no longer there, there's other people. And if they're not there, Impact has to sort of regroup and really, Slammiversary being June 19th this year, around Slammiversary time is usually where Impact emerges with new people coming in. We'll have to wait and see. But, yeah, it was a great show. It's the first Impact show I've ever seen in my life. And it was a pay-per-view, no less. And I just thought it was amazing. That's all I could tell you. It was amazing. I've been to many WWE shows. I've been to Raws. I've been to SmackDowns. I've been to pay-per-views. This was something different for me. And it's probably the only time I'll ever get to see an Impact Wrestling pay-per-view or a show live. So I really enjoyed it. And I would really like Josh Alexander said, give us a chance. We do put on a good product. But a lot of people right now are so invested in WWE and AEW wrestling that anything lower than that, nobody gets interested in. And you'd be surprised because there's a lot of small promotions out there that really do have great shows. It doesn't have to be a big name promotion. So anyway, this is the Iceman here on this Tuesday. Peace out, everybody, and we'll see you all next time.